across from right to left, but then also that little red light that's right above those Traxxas logos at the line.
Starters orders, here we go.
Here we go,
Final.
Canterbury, you got it. Red light is out. Somebody hit that light beam on the left side of your screen. And now we got to figure out who it is.
Now, it looked like it was right in the middle there, and I think that's Andy Leaders, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Leaders actually kind of like took it upon himself like he thought it was himself, so he started putting it back on his own. But was it him? The light is still on.
Do you feel guilty? Is that what? Oh, maybe I should have just pull it back here just a bit. Let's get ready and try it once again. Leaders has got it located where he wants it. They're under starters orders again, Scott. 9 laps coming up, Pro-Lite Final.
As he looks down that line, one final nine for every rider. Green is out. Here we go into turn 1. They're 4, 5, 6 wide, 2 wide now through the corner.
Look at Carlson. Carlson working the inside, but on the outside, it is going to be the machine of Zach Mason. So it's Mason and Carlson, a drag race down into the corner. Carlson on the inside. Mason takes the outside. Carlson's going to take the lead.
Carlson did it the hard way, and believe it or not, the inside line has an extra little jump or two in that inside line where the outside's a little further in distance, but it's very smooth, no jumps whatsoever. Some of the riders in the last race are able to take that outside line, build the momentum up, and actually lose a little bit at the exit of the corner, but make it up at the end of the straightaway.
Look at this, it's a freight train around the outside here with your top 5 racers. Carlson, then it's Zach Mason, Trevor Leighton, those 2 teammates, Core and Todd. So your top 4 sleds, your top 5 sleds are all Polaris. As Andy Leaders sits in that number 5 spot.
A little bit further mid-pack or so, they're 3 wide up across the AMSOIL finish line. It's Carlson, Leighton, Mason, Todd, Watkinson all in the top 5.
You see your race leader. There's the battle back a little bit. That's between teammates. That is the battle between Trevor Leighton and Zach Mason. And Corin Todd trying to get a ski in there. All 3 of those guys are teammates.
And that corner, that part of the track is probably the trickiest part of the track. It is so rough. There's hardly been any work done in that part of the track with the groomers. They're letting the track do what it wants to do in that part of the area.
Carlson continuing to work his way around, comes across to complete another lap. Last time he had a 2-second lead. This time that lead up to 3.2 seconds and somebody off. It's one of the Leighton sleds, Corin Todd, coming off. Corin was back up in about 4th or 5th spot. That's going to knock him way back.
That AMSOIL Polaris has pulled away now to about 3.2 second lead. So Carlson, once again, that confidence he's had all day long has dominated the heat races and now doing the same thing as we look at the screen to see the rider that got turned over on its side.
Yeah, he didn't get turned over. Corin just caught some snow where the sled, he got it on an edge and he just couldn't bring it back. So we go back up front. There is Carlson. Carlson still out in front. Let's reset the order. It's going to be Carlson, Leighton, Zach Mason, then Corey Watkinson on an Artie Cat, Stenberg, Rosenmeyer, Hall, and Corbin Anderson. Those are your top 8 sleds.
You know what's interesting, earlier in the race you had some of the fast guys going the inside line through turn 1 where it's rough. Some of the other guys are taking the outside line where it's smooth, but now the fast guys are all taking that outside line. So I don't think it's changed as we now look at the screen for the battle for 3rd and 4th.
That's Stenberg, of course, the Swedish driver racing with Bowerly Racing, trying to run down Corey Watkinson. Watkinson on the Artie Cat. Boy, did Stenberg put a move on him.
That kind of caught him napping, I think. It happened so fast. But now the snow, I mean, it's changed. The snow texture itself has changed so much throughout the day that now I think we're looking at the same kind of snow we had back in Bessemer when it was like sand.
Well, it's starting to cool down a little bit. That's going to, of course,
if
it was wet. This is nothing. I told you that. Get ready for tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. As we look at your race leader again up front, continuing to count down laps. Anderw Carlson now with about a 5-second lead over the field. Still Trevor Leighton, Zach Mason, 2 and 3. Those guys teammates. Stenberg sitting in 4th on the skidoo. Then Watkinson, Hall, Rosenmeyer, and Brunel.
Last time by was a 4.9 second lead for Carlson on that AMSOIL Polaris. This time by, still 4.9 second lead.
Well, he's just doing a great job. He's just got to run consistent laps out there. Don't do anything foolish. Just, fine lines that he knows have worked well for him. He's got nobody to challenge. He's got no lap traffic in front of him. He's got good visibility. I mean, everything is in his favor.
Now, I'm watching his arms. I'm watching his legs, and he is forcing that sled to go where he wants to go. At the takeoff of these jumps, he's pushing, he's lifting, he is throwing that sled around. He has still got a lot of energy in his body of his. At this point in time, we're looking at lap 6 and 7. You think he started getting a little lactose buildup a little bit where there's 2 laps remaining. He should be getting tired by now, and he's not.
Down into 1 and 2. He goes back across the triple, and he'll double up here. No, he goes single, double, double, and that's a change. That's what some of the guys have done. They'll go triple, take a single, so like you said earlier, they can double out of that last jump, and it seems like they get a better setup for the gravity cavity.
And on that last lap, Carlson pulled away. Now it's almost a 6-second lead. We're going to see what it is this time, as there's a great battle going on for second right now.
That's the 2 teammates, Zach Mason and Trevor Leighton. Leighton, the 931 machine, 836 is Zach Mason.
White flag is out for Carlson. He goes by. It was 5.7 seconds last time by.
Mason has moved up into second place, so he gets by his teammate.
Carlson has pulled away. It's now 7.5 second lead.
Look at him check up on the back part of the racetrack, too. Boy, Leighton just about offloaded there, trying to rail it around. That's Stenberg that was trying to make up some ground. Look at, here comes Stenberg. Stenberg thinks that he's got an opportunity to get on the podium. Look at him charge on the battle for 3rd and 4th. Now, Leighton was on the podium last year. Can Stenberg take that away?
Outside, inside line. You see the difference. Here comes our leader out of the final corner. The AMSOIL Polaris of Anderw Carlson will notch another win in the main event, and he'll take the checkered flag. Coming across the line in second should be Zach Mason. And making an all-Polaris podium will be Anderw Carlson, Zach Mason, Trevor Leighton, 1, 2, and 3. Stenberg will finish 4th, and Corey Watkinson will round out the top 5.
Rest of the order will find Dylan Hall, Chase Rosemeyer, Corin Todd in 8th, Travis Muller in 9th. 10th place will go to Kevin Wallenstein, and then Brunel, Patton, and Johnstead. Here's the whole shot. You've seen Carlson. Found that line, was on the inside, and then this is the crash right there where Corin Todd came off. And you know,
he didn't want to lift off the throttle, thought could turn out of it.
No, he did. And like I said, he caught an edge, and I mean, there was just no way that he was going to bring that sled back. I don't think there was any real contact there, but there you see the folks from Carlson's big dad, Chris Carlson, down there giving the #1 son a big hug.
There's some of that FXR equipment, some of that gear, man. Talk about a sharp-looking team.
Well, Rick from Fox is down there congratulating everyone. And you know, the interesting thing, if you see the short guy there kind of fixing his stocking cap, that's Derek Ellis. Last year, Derek Ellis was a racer in the Pro Open class. Decided to give up racing, move as a crew chief, and tell me if he's doing a good job.
Well, whether it's the sled or whether it's working on the mindset of Carlson, he's doing a hell of a job of one or the other or both.
Derek doing a great job. Great, happy crew down there as you see them all high-fiving. Well, some great racing. We've got one big race coming up yet. And in just a couple of moments, we're going to meet the top 3 here in the Pro-Lite Final. And let's do that right now. Here's your top 3 finishers in the Pro-Lite Final. In 3rd place, out of Eagle, Idaho, racing for Polaris, Fly, Walker Evans Shocks, Bully Dog, and AMSOIL on the 931 Polaris, Trevor Leighton. Your 2nd place finisher, out of Gaylord, Michigan, again racing for Walker Evans, AMSOIL, Bully Dog, and Halton Speed Sports, on the number 863, Zach Mason. And your winner, he came in qualified as number 1 and was number 1 in points coming in, and is definitely still on top of the Pro-Lite points battle. Out of Big Lake, Minnesota, racing for Sport Tech, PMC, Best Western, AMSOIL. On the number 151 Polaris, Anderw Carlson. Let's send it down trackside to Timmy Leighton.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with your top 3 from the Pro-Lite. So, Trevor Leighton, you've been working so hard to get up on the podium this season. You've had some bad luck the first couple races. How are you feeling, and how did you do it out there tonight?
Man, I've been having really bad luck. I've gone to every LCQ until tonight and qualified second. Andrew's been riding his butt off. I mean, I got to give it up to the kid. And it's so awesome having all 3 of our teammates in the front row tonight. And I'm just looking forward to the next race. And I think what's doing it is when I go home for Christmas, I go ride in the mountains for a few weeks, and then I always come back to Canterbury and do really good. So I think that's what's doing it.
And since both of you guys are up here, I'm going to limit the amount of sponsors you say. So, Zach, try and listen to what he says. And who do you want to thank tonight, Trevor?
I got to thank my mechanic, Josh. He's been working his butt off. I've been putting him in LCQ situations. Finally, he got a break today. And got to thank the whole team, Leighton Motorsports, my teammates, Zach, Corn, Jenny, my crew chief, Ray, Rob, Emily, my trainer, my whole family. And then I got to thank Fly, Bully Dog, Real Cameras, Walker Evans, AMSOIL, and I'll let Zach do the rest of them. Polaris and Walker Evans, Ben with Walker's been working his butt off also, and Junior and all those guys at Polaris, Brad in the trailer. Just gotta thank everyone. I'm so pumped to be up here.
Congratulations, Trevor. Okay, Zach Mason, second. This is your first year in Pro-Lite, first time on the podium this season. How are you feeling?
It's a dream come true. I'm speechless, honestly. It's just totally amazing. I just can't thank the team enough. My dad wrenching on my sled, Ray, crew chief Ray, Josh, Trace, Jenny, Corin, Trevor, all the teammates. Just everyone pushed me. Drew from Evolved SX has whipped my butt into shape, and it's been paying off. Yeah, I just can't thank Junior and Ben Hayes enough. Ben from Polaris. Ben's had the Walker Evans shocks working unbelievable, and gotta get big shout out to Real Cameras. Guys came out this weekend and gave us all the setups with all the cameras, and pretty pumped to be able to bring the Real Camera, AMSOIL, Bully Dog, just the whole that stud boy Polaris up on the box. I'm speechless. I just can't live in the dream, I guess.
Congratulations, Zach. All right, Andrew, you're up here again. You went 1 for 1, qualified first, came out in first. I guess I've been asking everyone this, but how are you feeling tonight?
I feel great. You know, I'm so excited to be up here, and I couldn't be more pumped for Polaris. I mean, it speaks volumes when it's all 3 of us up here, and just ripping starts all day. The sleds are so fast, and in that final, I came out and I was the first one. It just almost worried me a little bit. I didn't know if I jumped or something, but it's the sled. But yeah, I got to thank everyone on the team, Polaris, Sport Tech, my homies from PMC are here, AMSOIL, Best Western, just everyone in the Carlson Motorsports rig. I got to give a big thanks to Derek. He's been working with me and at the track at ERX during the week and just pounding laps and out there with the pit board screaming at me, and it's helping so much. And you know, I'm so pumped to be here. And Fox and FXR and just everyone that's been behind me, and 5 for 5 on the podiums. I couldn't be happier.
Well, congratulations, you 3. There are some pumped up Pro-Lite riders, and we're going to have 3 more of those riders coming up next in the Pro Open Final. I'm going to send it back up to the booth.
Thank you, Timmy. And again, congratulations going out to the top 3 podium finishers in the Pro-Lite Final. Those drivers will be racing again tomorrow night. It will be just as exciting tomorrow, I'm sure, as it was this evening. The question is, can Anderw Carlson be as strong tomorrow night as he was tonight?
Well, we're going to find out real quick, because it's not going to be, but 24 hours, and we got heat racing tomorrow, main event. But now we got to talk about the race that everyone's been talking about since Bessemer. We're talking about history, something that could only happen maybe once in a lifetime. And Shakopee, you are going to be a part of it. So we're going to get you guys rolling. We're going to get you guys to have a little bit of fun, as we got one more race tonight. Look at the big screen out in front. Who's on camera? Where is everybody? Look at the screen. Let's see some of the fans. We've got one race remaining. You are on the World Wide Web. We've got military bases watching you right now. We have got, I tell you right now, I saw on Twitter a moment ago,